inside the Niger Delta.
Despite being the largest crude oil producers receiving a huge chunk of revenues from the monthly federal allocation account, the states of Akwa Ibom, Rivers, and Bayelsa have in recent years accounted for the highest unemployment rates in the country. This dismal socio-economic outlook of the oil-rich states is further heightened by their huge debt profile, as correspondent Chika Obodozie reports.
In a report released in April this year by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), Akwa Ibom State had the highest unemployment rate of 37.7% at the end of the third quarter of 2018. Rivers State trailed closely behind with an unemployment rate of 36.4%, while Bayelsa followed with 32.6%. As the report indicates, the 6 states in Nigeria's South-South geopolitical zone had over 5 million jobless Nigerians, making it the largest concentration of unemployed persons in the country. The unemployment burden in the Niger Delta, which has become most worrisome for the younger population, is the outcome of inadequate skills in the labor force, deficient infrastructure, low industrial activities, weak governance, and absence of opportunities to secure paid employment.
Because you know that in this region, we used to have serious, level of industrial activities. You can mention some companies that have even left, like Michelin and so on and so forth, that left for one reason or the other. And as they do that, they lay off workers, adding to the level of unemployment in the system. That is one part of it. But the major, reason why you're seeing this in these 3 main states is because of, this movement of people from their various states to this place, believing that when they get here, they are going to get, a source of living.
The growing army of unemployed youths has been an active agent of political thuggery, armed banditry, and other social vices plaguing the Niger Delta. It is a trend most development analysts describe as a time bomb in Nigeria's oil-rich region. In the midst of their inability to either provide jobs or promote entrepreneurship for wealth creation, most Niger Delta states are heavily indebted. In a recent report by the NBS, the oil-rich states were ranked amongst the highest indebted states in 2018. With particular reference to domestic debts, Delta State tops the chart in the region with a domestic debt profile of approximately 228.8 billion naira, ranking next to Lagos State, which has the highest domestic debt of about 530 billion naira. In the hierarchy of domestic debtors are Rivers State with a debt profile of 225.5 billion naira, Akwa Ibom 198.6 billion naira, Cross River 167.9 billion naira, and Bayelsa State with a debt profile of 130 billion naira. In terms of external borrowings, Edo and Cross River are ranked amongst the 10 highest indebted states in the country with debt profiles of 276.2 and 188.7 billion naira respectively.
If you borrow this money, whether domestic or external borrowing, there is nothing to show. There is nothing. The high rate of unemployment, there is no electricity that any place can say that apart from the national grid. The state itself has abdicated their role. What is draining money from these states is their involvement in national politics.
The monies that the PDP used to buy votes in Ekiti came from 3 states. I said it's from the 13% derivation of the Niger Delta money.
The huge debt profile of the Niger Delta states is in spite of their lion's share of the monthly federal allocations, based on 13% derivation principle. Given the staggering eternally generated revenues accruing to the coffers of the Niger Delta states on a monthly basis, some Niger Deltans are of the opinion that their state governments are not justified in borrowing to fund projects and provide other essential services. This position is buttressed by the Economic Confidential, which rates Rivers, Delta, and Edo states among the top 10 states with impressive IGR in its annual States Viability Index report of May 2019.
You have problem with leadership and our leadership recruitment process. You have to have leadership. Leadership that understands its vision. Leadership that understands what it wants to do. Leadership that understands what development is all about. Leadership that can communicate its vision, its goals, its objectives to the people and then carry the people along.
The soaring unemployment rate and huge debt profile of Nigeria's oil-rich states constitute a paradox of economic backwardness in the midst of plenty. Sadly, the region's abundant resources are cornered by some privileged few at the expense of the ordinary people. The onus is on the respective state governments to take urgent steps to get their fiscal policies right, with a view to averting complete economic collapse in the event of post-oil economy.
Inside the Niger Delta.